Welcome to My name's Sophie Ross and this here is This episode we are going to solve the problem of when your vegetarian friend comes round and you have no idea what to make them. We're going to make a vegetarian kale pie! Ooh, that's nice. Now, it's a well-known fact that everybody loves pie. Everybody. Even vegetarians. And I'm using this vegetable, kale, because it's often overlooked, but it is so rich in iron. It's even higher in the iron stakes than spinach, and very, very yummy. So, well done, kale. Go kale! I'm going to make my own puff pastry because A, I haven't got any in my cupboards, and B, it's nice sometimes just to make everything from scratch. You feel empowered. Gordon Ramsay does a really quick puff pastry. So you want 250 grams of butter at room temperature. It says not soft.
Can I help, Mummy?
Yes, you may. So get yourself a bowl and sift 250 grams of plain flour into your bowl. Can you do that in just a second? Chop your butter up into chunks.
I'm nearly finished.
We just need to rub the butter into the flour, roughly. Just kind of squidge it about. Squidging all of the butter into the flour.
I got flower fingers.
I've got flour fingers too. High five! I rubbed it in until there are still bits of butter that you can see in there, but it's kind of like clumpy. Then make a little well in the middle of your bowl. Add in about 100 ml of water and then mix it all around. All of the dough has come in from the sides, so I'm going to cover this with cling film and stick it in the fridge for 20 minutes to cool off. Good girl. Fridge. Now we will start with the pie. Hooray! Don't forget, as with most tickly mouth recipes, if you don't have certain vegetables that I'm using, just use whatever you've got in your cupboard that's kind of like a similar vein. Just be happy and don't worry. Chop your onion into small dice. I got 2 carrots. I've also got half a pepper to use up, so that can go in. 2/3 of a butternut squash left over. Scoop the seeds out of your butternut squash. I find this easiest with a spoon. And then chop your butternut squash up into lovely little chunks. Get yourself a large casserole dish on the heat with some olive oil in it. Glug. Squeeze 2 cloves of garlic into your oniony ingredients. They're all going to go in the pan at the same time. Kaboom! And kablamo! Give that a good stir around and get your puff pastry back out. Don't forget to keep an eye on your vegetables. Smell out for any catching on the bottom. So flour your board, put it everywhere, that's fine, great job. Get your hands a bit floury too, because this will probably help it not stick into your hands. Press it out gently and form it into a smooth rectangle. Roll it!
Can I roll it?
Yeah, in one direction only, so we're going to go up that way. Let's get some flour on this rolling pin. Roll it. I've got little streaks. This is cool, of the butter going down like that, which is what I want. Are you making pastry with me?
Yeah, I'm making you sushi.
Thanks, babe.
Here's your sushi.
Thanks.
One for you.
And then I've got to fold the top third down to the centre and the bottom third up and over that one. It's really hot in here, so I've got it a bit stuck to the bottom. Just going to have the help of a palette knife a little bit. Like that, over that. Like that. More flour. A quarter turn like that.
Can it have cheese?
And then I've got to roll it out again, exactly the same as just before, like this. And then I'm going to fold it again, just like before. The top down to the centre, and the bottom over the top. Stick it back in this bowl. Cover it with cling film. Good. 20 more minutes. But I think it's okay if it's in there longer. You can always buy puff pastry if you don't want to try. It's fine. By this point, your sautéing vegetables should be getting a little bit nice and soft. It should have taken you just under 10 minutes to do that last bit. Thank you. Oh, amazing present. You're so kind. So with a handful of mushrooms, chop them up. So that's 5 mushrooms. Now stick them in with the rest of your frying stuff. Pepper. Salt. Once your mushrooms have softened a little bit, add a couple of tablespoons of flour and some mixed herbs. And then stir and stir and stir until the flour is coating all of your veggies. So now you want half a pint of milk. Oh, a spillage. And now your flour should be properly cooked. So tip a little bit of this milk in. Little by little, add a little bit more milk until all of your milk is finished. So just stir that around, heating it through until your milk starts to thicken, and then you want to take it off the heat. Get yourself another big saucepan and fill it with boiling water.
Where's baby Snickers?
She'll be okay without knickers, won't she, for now? And then grab yourself some sliced up kale. You can wash this and then stick this into your saucepan of boiling water. Oh, it's gone everywhere. And that's a 200-gram bag. Just cover that up and bring to the boil and then simmer it for 3 minutes. Now get yourself a pie dish. My massive pie dish is currently in use, so I'm going to use 2 mid-size pie dishes. Now drain your lovely kale and then swish it under some cold water, and this refreshes it really nicely. So it goes zing. Well, it should look something like that. Look at that, lovely greens.
Green.
Yes, it's green. Now stick this into your mixture in the other saucepan and give it a good old stir. Grab your puff pastry back out of the fridge. And we're just going to really quickly grease our pie dishes. And for the last time, dust your surface with flour. Oh yeah! Flour your rolling pin and then roll out your puff pastry to about a 1 pound thickness. And cut out some pastry that's ever so slightly bigger than your pie dishes. It's like the Sahara Desert in here, so this is melting quickly. Squidge it into the sides. If you roll the puff pastry up on your rolling pin, that will kind of save you the job of having to tug at it with your hands. Cut around the edges just to neaten up your sides. Pop the pie filling into your pies, roll out the lids and pop them on top. So once you've crimped all around the edges with your fingers, it will look nice and artisan like this. If you want to cook this now, you want to brush this with beaten egg and then stick it in your oven at 180 degrees C for about half an hour. And if you don't want to eat it now, like I want to eat mine tomorrow, put it in the fridge and then beat it with egg and put it in the oven tomorrow when ready to eat it. Boil up some sweet potatoes or normal potatoes to mash and have as an accompaniment. Add a load of green, veg, sweet corn, whatever you like.
That's nice pie. Oh, what a nice cake. Pie.
So that's the end of my epic vegetarian pie challenge. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did and that you find a use to have this pie in your life. Whether you're vegetarian or not, just try it. So that's bye from us and we'll see you next week on Tickly Mouth. Bye!
Bye.
Oh!